Hi and welcome to episode 5 of the Knitterarium podcast. My name is Ruth and this Knitting Sometimes Other Crafts podcast is coming to you from Westmeath in Ireland where I live. Today is Sunday, December the 11th, and the places you can find me are on Instagram as Knitterarium. You can find me on Ravelry as Celtic Knits, and you can find the Knitterarium Ravelry group under the Groups tab if you just search Knitterarium. You will also be able to find the show notes for this episode and all the other episodes in the Ravelry group. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for returning. If you are a new to me viewer, I hope you enjoyed this episode and welcome. I really appreciate the time each of you take to spend with me, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. I have a lot to talk about today, so I think we'll just get started. We'll start with some happy feet. We'll start with my cobblestone socks. This is the pattern by Mina Phillips, and this is sock 2. This is where I was the last day here, and this, for contrast, I'm using Chopin Wool's Admiral in a jeans colourway, and then this yarn is by Green Elephant Yarns in the Glass Case of Emotion colourway. So it's just a lovely simple textured front on it and a plain stockinette back. This is sock 2, and I am knitting these on my Chowgoo DPNs. Sock 1 is still the same. I haven't made it's ready for the heel. I haven't made any further progress on this one. As I've mentioned, these are my knitting in the car socks. So when I'm waiting at schools for pickups, these are normally what I'm working on. So I have just made a little bit of progress on these. I haven't knit anything on my Meeting Vanilla socks. I haven't knit any further on those, so there's no point in showing you those. I am hoping over the next couple of weeks with Christmas that I can get a lot of these socks off the needles. What I did start with Ellie of Craft House Magic, we were doing just a little mini knit along of the Sockmatician's toe up socks, and we were starting to knit those. Now in the last episode I happened to show you some self-striping yarn by Strand Designs, and I was in two minds whether to use that or not. I decided to put that aside. I think I'll use that for a pair of socks where I can use an afterthought heel or a fish lips kiss heel. I don't want to disrupt the striping on them when I do start on them. So what I did opt to use is this Summer Sorbet yarn by Fine Fish Yarns, I think it is. I think that's what it is. See if I can find the tag. Yes, Fine Fish Yarns. That's Terry's tag there. This is in our core sock base. So it's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And I showed this to you the last day. It came as part of a kit that I had gotten with a bag. So this is sock 1. I'm knitting these on my Knit Pros DPNs. The colours on this are just lovely. I love where this is knitting up. For a contrast, sock 2, I have the toe knit. As you'll know by now, I knit my socks concurrently. For a contrast, I have a small amount of West Yorkshire Spinners butterscotch. I have a little bit of this left over from a pair of socks I knit last year, and I think I'm going to knit the heels in just this. If I have anything left over, I might just add a little bit to the cuffs, but I think this might just complement them lovely. So I have, that's really what I've been knitting on. Sock wise, most of my time has gone into those, although I think Ellie is a little further on, she's a bit quicker than me. But again, I'm thoroughly enjoying the pattern. I love it. It's why I was so eager to knit it again a second time. I find the fit of Nathan's pattern, it's just, it's lovely, so it is. So I'm really enjoying that knit. It's a really relaxing knit. I think we will move on to Through the Wardrobe. Sorry, I'm glancing down at my notes here, so if you see me, that's what I'm looking at. We'll move on to Through the Wardrobe. As you'll know by now, because I've mentioned this so many times, we don't seem to be, I am knitting the Herbarium jumper by NCL Knits. And I've made some progress. I'm ready to separate now for the sleeves. It's growing. This is where I was the last day. And here. I have all the increases done, and I'm ready to separate now for the sleeves. The lighting seems to be very bad today. It's quite a dull day out today. I am knitting this in, oh, I've disappeared, sorry. I have to reach over. I'm knitting this in Even Cottage yarns. This is the Apricot Tulip on her Tempo 4-ply base. This is 75% wool, 25% nylon. So I've made a nice bit of progress with that. I'm hoping it'll go a little quicker now with separating for the sleeves, but I'm just loving that knit. I'm really enjoying it. It's a well written pattern, and I'm enjoying it. I can't say anything more about it. The last day I happened to show you the mini Weasley ornaments that I had started. For such small things, you'd think I'd have more of them done. I've only one more done. This is it here. Isn't it lovely? They're just so cute. This, I've used the remains of some Life in the Long Grass. I think this was Emerald Eve, the colourway. It's blowing out. I'll try and get a better picture and put it on Instagram for you. This is it, so it matches. I don't think I'm going to have these all done for this Christmas, but I'm quite happy to just keep working away on them as I go along. They're just, I have just a little pair of ones, a few more to go. And that's all I have for you in Through the Wardrobe. That one was a bit short and sweet, so it was. We'll move on to the shawl shelf, because this is where I've been doing the majority of my spare time knitting when I've not been knitting on my socks. As you will have heard on the last episode, there is an independent designers gift along running on Ravelry. It's ongoing until the 31st of December, and my friend Lindsay from Knit Eco Chic, she's just released actually a new KAL. You should check it out, it's lovely. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think I'm going to cast that on over Christmas. But anyway, that's for another time. She was knitting the Deek shawl by Talitha, and I had been admiring it, and she enabled me to start it, and I'm so glad she did. I am really enjoying this shawl. It is just, this is the progress I've made on it. I think I had just cast on the last day. This is just, and it's worked in short rows over and back. You cast on all the stitches to begin with, and then you work in short rows over and back, and you'll get this kind of tartan stripe shawl, and it's just, I'm just loving it. It's wonderful. I'm using for this Eden Cottage yarns, again, big spread. This is her Oakworth 4-ply, and this is 100% New Zealand Polworth wool, and this is the twig colourway, and this is the tide colourway. Now the tide is blown out a bit. It's a lot more tealy coloured than that. Again, on my Instagram feed you'll find better pictures of that. So I am really enjoying this. This is what I've been. It's lovely. Really enjoying that. The other shawl I have been knitting, again as part of the gift along, is the Levantry shawl by Sarah Jordan. Just get a picture of that for you now. Don't show the pattern, it's a paper pattern. This is the Levantry shawl by Sarah Jordan, and this is, I'm not sure how much of this I had done the last day. I didn't put a progress marker on it, so I don't know, but this is where I am now. Again, the lighting is so terrible in here today. It's really bad. I'm up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm about halfway through this stripe section. For this, I am using this is Strand Designs pumpkin crush, I think it is. So I have the tag in here. This is here. Sorry. There it is. Yes, Pumpkin Passion, Strand Designs. It's her sock 4-ply yarn. It's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. I'm using that as colour 1, and then to contrast, I'm using Madeleine Tosh Prairie. Again, that's not really showing up so well. This is a lace weight yarn, so I have just balled it up, separated it, and balled it up into 2 strands of it together. I'm holding it double, and the border will be knit in the Madeleine Tosh. Sorry, if I hold it a little bit closer, I wonder would that show up the colour a bit better. Perhaps not. That is the second shawl I'm knitting on. This one is perfect TV viewing shawl knitting. It's lovely. It's a real, again, another great well written pattern, and that's the one thing I love about the gift along. You get introduced to so many other independent designers that you maybe haven't heard of, and it's wonderful. You get to interact with them a little bit more, and I really enjoy this time of year when I get to knit on their patterns. I spend sometimes so long doing work knitting that it's nice to just switch off and knit someone else's pattern for a while. It's very relaxing. So I'm really enjoying that. So that's all I have on the shawl shelf for you. Just tidy up some of these bags here. A bit of a mess made around me. We'll move on to a little bit of treasure trove. I don't think I showed this. Emma from Eldenwood Craft, she has a podcast of her own. Give her a check out, it's lovely. But she was having a shop update, and I managed to get this project bag, and I did get a matching notions pouch, which I didn't bring out with me, sorry, but it's the exact same, it's matching. This is a lovely, this is her tag in there. and it's got this lovely inside pocket. It's lovely. I really love this. I love all of Emma's bags, but I'll tell you, I have a bit more on that. I'll tell you in a bit. The other thing you'll remember a few weeks ago, I showed you I got an Nora George advent calendar of little mini skeins. So I've been opening those every day in December. I haven't shown any of them because I was saving them for showing here on the podcast. So I'm going to show you a few of the mini skeins. Now we're all inspired by Christmas songs, films, characters or song lyrics. So in order so that I would remember them, when I open them, I pop them back into their little bags. Now the lighting is so bad, I don't know if they're going to show up. This is number 1, and this one was Santa Claus is coming to town. Number 2, try not to rattle them too much. This is number 2. This is Jingle Bells. Isn't that a fabulous goldy yellow? It's wonderful. That was number 2. Number 3, Love Actually, from the movie. That's number 3. It's quite nice, lovely pinks. 3, 4. 4 was Winter Wonderland. It's not showing up so well. It's kind of a lot of bluey greys, and it's lovely. It's 4. 5 was It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. It's nice, kind of sagey greens and little touches of browns in that one. Number 6 was Blue Christmas. So that one is definitely not showing up. That one is a lot more sky blues and watery blues. That one is lovely. That one is really not showing up as nice as it is in real life. 7, just looking for 7. The Nightmare Before Christmas. This one is like a little mini skein of, you might remember my Jack Skellington colourway. This one is a little bit like that in a mini skein. So I'm quite looking forward to using that because I did love that. That one now is dark bottle greens and blacks and little stripes of the neon yellow. That one is not showing up so well. 7, 8 was A Christmas Carol. So it's just a nice plain cream one. It's got a few stripes of, there is some little golds and blacky browns in it running through it. You can see them just here and here. Focus on it. 8, 9 was Holly Jolly Christmas. That one isn't really showing up so well either. I think I'll take a picture of these and I'll put them on Instagram when the light gets a little bit better here today, just so you can see them because they are really quite pretty. Number 10. Every day, each one is nearly my new favourite one. Number 10. Number 10 I think might be just, though I love this, and this one I think might be my favourite. This one is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Oh, now that one is showing up just how it is. It's these fantastic greens and yellows and reds. That one now is number 10. That one was yesterday evening's one. Every evening I open these while the children are having they have, you see the little mittens here in the background. They have 24 of these mittens that I knit up for them, and I buy packets of the gold coins, chocolate gold coins, and we pop them into it, and they have gold coin and then we hang them all up here, and they will fill up the ribbon. Sorry, they will fill up the ribbon on the run up to Christmas. So while they have one of those every evening, I get to open up my mini. So I think that's all I have for Treasure Trove. Yeah, I've been looking forward to that advent calendar, and a few more to go, so it's lovely. I'm really enjoying it. I think we'll move on to Design Corner now. You'll see on the mannequin is Dying of the Light. It's currently being test knitted in my Ravelry group. The testers, they seem to be enjoying it so far, which I'm glad, it's nice. And recently, you'll see this week that I released Deirdre, so I'll be able to give you an up-close look at that. Deirdre is the second shawl in the Ladies of Legend collection, and she's inspired by the story of Deirdre and Nisha. And the tale of it, you'll be able to read the story of it if you go to my website, www.knitterarium.com, and if you search under words, you will find Deirdre's story. You'll also find Fanula as well. She was the first. So Deirdre is a really wide, and I don't think the green of this is going to show up so well, a really wide triangular shawl. The edges of it are these wide, very wide cabled cable border to the edges of it, and the center of it, I'm just trying to get the I don't think the yarn is going to show up so well, the colour, and the center of it are these wide lace, this leaf lace center on it. The edges of it then have this picot edge border to it. Not sure if that's, I'm managing to capture that. I think that's more me and my attempts to hold it up than the pictures on Ravelry. They show the colour a whole lot better. I can only apologise for how bad the lighting is in here today. This is, it's 53 inches wide and 63 inches deep. So it's quite a large shawl. That there is center. That's a much better picture of what the center lace leaf pattern is like. There might be a little bit better. I need to get better at showing these off. I'm not doing so well. This uses 930 yards or 850 meters of 4-ply fingering weight yarn. For this sample, I used Life in the Long Grass. As I said, I used Life in the Long Grass for the entire Ladies of Legend collection. They're again another Irish yarn, independent yarn dyer based down in Cork. You might have gathered by now that I love to support Irish indie dyers in particular. I try to support all independent dyers and makers. But I have a special love of supporting the Irish ones, so I do. This is her 100% superwash merino, and the colourway for this one is bracken. Now, if you go onto Ravelry, you will see, or onto my Instagram feed, you will see a better colour picture of the shade of green, because it's really not showing up, and it's a beautiful shade of green. And that is Deirdre. That's I'm not going to show you. I'm working on 2 further shawl patterns, but I'm not going to show you any of those because I can't really show you anything of them, so no point in taking them out. So the next thing I want to move on to is a new section. It's going to be the Year of You. The Year of You, KAL, here in Knitterarium. 2017 is going to be all about you. I'm going to be hosting in the Ravelry group 6 themed you-themed knit-alongs throughout 2017. The first one starts in January, the 1st of January, and it runs for January and February, and the theme of it is spoil yourself. So any Knitterarium shawl pattern is eligible to be knit. Just pop along to the Ravelry group and you pick your favorite Knitterarium pattern and knit it for spoil yourself. Excuse me. This year has been a funny year, I think, and I think it's important now more than ever to just take time out for ourselves, do something that you enjoy, that makes you happy. Maybe that's just taking the time out to actually knit something that is just for you yourself. Maybe it is using your favorite yarn or your favorite fibre, and come along and join in the fun and the chat. There'll be a lot of chat going on, and there will be prizes at the end of each knit along. Any finished objects will be put into a draw for the prizes, but any finished objects will also get an entry into the big prize draw at the end of next year. So more knit alongs obviously that you join in on, the more entries you get into that. So do pop along and join in the fun. I hope to see you there and get chatting with you. I have to pick my shawl. I'm not sure which one. I'm kind of thinking Fola. I haven't decided on colour yet or beads, but I have a couple of weeks. But do come along, even just to chat. We'll get some pre-planning chat going on. So yeah, I'm hoping you'll join me in for that. I think that might be, I'm looking around at my notes again. See, have I remembered everything? Some podcast love. Hope of Freshwater Pearls has, she's currently test knitting Dying of the Light, but she has her own podcast, and you should pop along and check her out. She gave me a mention this week, so hi Hope. The other one, she's just starting out as well, is Colleen from Red Chair Knits. You should pop along and check her out too. She's a great podcast going on. So I think that might be it. Yeah, so I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Now I'm getting tongue-tied. And I hope to see you again soon. I'm not sure if there's going to be another episode before the end of 2016. Not sure. I normally record the podcast every 2 weeks, but 2 weeks' time is Christmas Day, and you'll forgive me if I don't record a podcast for you then. But perhaps in the days after that, I might just get one up before we start the knit along. If you do follow me on Instagram, I've something a little special starting tomorrow, Monday. So hopefully I'll get this edited and up in time. So do watch out on Instagram for that. And I hope to see you in the knit along. And see you again soon. Happy knitting. Bye.